The following is a presentation of Flow Sports.
Oh, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to a special edition of Flow Wrestling Radio live from Cleveland, Ohio, inside the Terrace Hall here at Progressive Field, just across the street from Rocket Arena, where we have had a day and a half of just incredible wrestling. And I want to thank Nike Wrestling for setting up Inside Ties here. I am Christian Piles, joined as always by my co-host, Father John Kozak. And I got to be honest with you, I have no idea where JD Raider is.
Yeah, where'd he go?
He's as dependable as the sun, and yet when we need him most, the biggest FRL of the year, JD's nowhere to be found. So I'm not sure. It may just be you and me for this show.
We're going to have to hold it down.
Wait, what is that music? What is that? Oh, my gosh.
There's our boy.
Look at this diva. Unbelievable.
He had to make an
Senior?
entrance. Yeah, look at him.
Oh, my gosh. This guy's ego is just out of control at this point. What the heck?
On, this is FRL time, Inside Ties. You're not going to keep me out of here. You're not going to keep me out of this.
How'd you get that entrance?
You got to make the finals, baby. That's the finals
Oh,
walk
dang.
right there.
That's
the Saturday night walk.
I'm more of a consolation semifinal. Well, I'm so glad you're here, JD. It's the biggest show of the year. Of course, Inside Ties presented by Nike Wrestling. We got a lot of guests here. We've got Olympic champions, UFC champions. We're going to have Shane Sparks on the show. Stipe Miocic is going to be coming on at 1:30. But we got to get going.
Yeah.
125 pounds. We're going to start there and work our way through every single weight class, talk about what happened in the quarters and previewing the semis. JD, get us started here.
Man, 125 right away. It's like chaos. Mark Anthony McGowan is making his way to the semifinals, beating Eddie V, how Eddie V wins every match.
100%. That was a surprise. I mean, that whole bottom side blew up. Kozak could probably pull it in. But you had Moran, the 14, winning, taking out, who did he beat?
Jory Volk.
Jory Volk.
I mean, first he beat Buzakis,
Yes.
and then he beats Volk.
So he was the tough draw
keep it
there.
going, yeah. Number 14 seed.
Number 14 seed. Caleb Piles was on this
Maybe
guy.
the hypest corner to make the semis.
Yeah.
Chad Red going nuts.
The best hype man
Yes.
in NCAA wrestling, Chad Red. He's the man, and what a job by Indiana getting. But that match is anyone's to take between Moran and Mark Anthony McGowan. But like you said, it seemed like, Eddie's going to do it again. McGowan had 3 cautions, right?
Yeah.
Gave up that point in tiebreakers. You're like, Eddie is for sure wins. Rides him out, and then Eddie wasn't able to ride him out and ends up losing the match. It was shocking to see him lose.
And that's a way. When I thought it was like, okay, this is a stereotypical match for both these guys.
Yeah.
Mark Anthony McGowan finding a way to lose in a match he should win, and Eddie V finding a way to win in a match where it's razor thin.
Yeah, that was a shocker. So that sets up a McGowan, a 10 versus 14 bottom semi, but at the top half, a little more conventional there.
I will say though, Dean pushed Lilidol. Made it very interesting.
I would say if there's an example of the rule set not rewarding the right guy, the fact that match was competitive, in my opinion, I mean, this guy, Luke Lilidol, was all over Dean Peterson from start to finish. And the fact that he almost lost the match was pretty surprising.
It felt like deja vu almost for a moment for Lilidol
100%.
against Sheldon Seymour last year, where it's like he was in on the legs, just couldn't finish. And then, went to overtime, lost that one, but ended up coming out on top this year.
And talk about his semifinal opponent.
Troy Spradley.
Looking pretty good.
Troy Spradley looking real good. Beats Vincent Robinson and then beats Sheldon Seymour, keeps it rolling.
I forgot. We haven't even talked about last night's round on this show. We went live on YouTube, talked a lot about it, but the Jonesy heard around the world.
I mean, and Troy Spradley, when he hit it, I was like, I've never seen him do it. And then the interview, Tyler knew to ask. He said he never hit it in a match in his life, and he hits it on a national champion to punch a stick with his back against the wall.
That's cowboy stuff. Don't give a rip.
Are you guys giving Troy any shot against Luke?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, with the way he's wrestling and with how, Luke has wrestled 2 pretty close matches back-to-back, 4-2 against Jet and then tiebreakers against Dean Peterson. I mean, we've seen it. Anything can happen. And so one takedown for Troy. I mean, if he hits another Jonesy, right? No, but anything can happen in the semis.
And can you talk us through the round of 12, the backside? I mean, because as you
Yeah.
know, tonight you've got semis and blood round plus one more round beyond that. This is really the best round
Dog bone.
in college wrestling. When you get those semis and blood rounds, the emotions are absolutely insane. Let us know. I know there's some upsets. I know Buzakis went down to Klinsky, was up big. That's huge.
He got pinned.
Yeah,
Ohio
so we're
State
going to
having a
see
rough one.
Sheldon Seymour versus Nico Provo.
Wow.
Nico Provo working his way back through. Dean Peterson, Tyler Klinsky. I can see up on the screen there for you. Klinsky with a late third period pin.
Was down 6.
Yeah, to make the round of 12. And then, man, this is just the quad of death here, right?
Oh
you have
my
Steve
gosh.
O'Poulin losing to Vincent Robinson, and then now we got Vincent Robinson, Eddie V, which Eddie V's been the guy
4-0 against him
to beat Vincent Robinson. And then Jory Volk drops to Jet Strickenberger. And if you're Jet, you're thinking, okay, maybe we got to beat the number 14 seed to All-American. But nope, now you got Jory Volk, the number 6 seed. But Jets looked really good. All these matches are going to be highly, highly competitive. If you're Dean Peterson, you probably feel the best about your matchup out of any of these 7, 8 guys.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely. Of course. I mean, if he's the biggest favorite in the round of 12. As we know, anything can happen. They're not wrestled on paper, but you got to be feeling good about Dean Peterson, who the backdrop there, the subtext, he's wrestling really well right now.
Yes.
Looks like he's going to be on the cusp here. So, man, a huge, huge semifinal round. We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to be back with Shane Sparks, get a couple thoughts from the Sparknado before we let him go. He's got a lot going on there. So, quick word. We'll be back with 33 and Sparky.
They call him the greatest wrestler in Arizona history.
And welcome back to Terrace Hall here at Progressive Field. The Guardians are going to be getting started here in, that says 18 days. Ooh. Guardians got a very tough team. And now, as I mentioned, very, very special guest joins the Big Ten Network, to ESPN this week, the one and only Shane Sparks.
Oh, look at him.
Look at him. Oh, man. He's ready.
Setting himself the Trent Hidley.
The Trent Hidley.
Oh, my. Here it comes. Look at this speed. Right here next to JD, buddy.
Pull up the spot. Pull up the spot right here.
Man.
Shane.
Shane, you were fired up just to make the walk to FRL. Can you imagine if you were one of those guys Saturday night making that walk?
I just made the comment to the camera guy. I've done some broadcasting, high-level events, a lot of people, a lot of eyes on me. I was pretty nervous just now because it took me back to being, the last competitive match of my career. State Finals 1994.
We know that one.
And I haven't felt those feelings for quite some time. and I felt them, and I love it.
You were punching yourself
Absolutely.
like little Trent Hiley there.
Absolutely. Punch yourself in the face a little bit, smack yourself up a little bit, get ready to fight. Get ready to fight, CP.
I know you got him chambered right now, and you only got a couple minutes. I know you got to get back. You got a busy night. But just give us your high-level thoughts. What stood out to you the most?
133-pound quarterfinals. I felt like they all got in the back together and said, listen, guys, 133. This is the best weight class here. We have tens of thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people around the country. Here's the deal. Race to 15 points. We all ready? Race to 15 points. I have never called 1 minute of wrestling action where I saw 3 matches going absolutely crazy. I mean, that was chaos. Points. I mean, I'm just like looking at the 4 quarterfinals, and it was like this. It was overwhelming. That was the funnest 60 seconds of wrestling I've ever seen in my life.
Those guys were going absolutely insane. I mean, just your thoughts on this freshman class. Jax, Seidel, Blaze, true freshman, high school last year.
Jax Forrest was in high school several months ago. In high school. If he was at this tournament, that in itself would be mind-boggling. Mind-boggling. Not only is he at this tournament, he is kissing babies and taking names. I mean, this guy is so exciting. I'm looking forward to the matchup with him and Seidel. That is going to be awesome. You have Blaze and Navino. That is going to be a great semifinal. These guys at 133, I don't even know how to describe it.
157, PJ Duke. For me right now, he's the scariest guy in the building. What do you think?
In the Big Ten quarterfinal, Brandon Cannon came in ranked number 1. I understand he had missed some time with injuries, but still he hangs a 20 spot on Brandon Cannon in the Big Ten quarters. And then today, I believe it was 21 points against Brandon Cannon. Avenges has only lost to Antrell Taylor in the Big Ten final. I believe that was a major on the Cornhusker. PJ Duke, again, another freshman. This stuff is crazy. 157 is awesome. I mean, you'll have him and Robidou, correct? And then on the bottom, Taylor and Waters. 157. The fact that Ty Waters is the 11th seed explains everything. Gives you all. You want to wrap up 157 really quick? Ty Waters, the 11th. Okay, I get it.
Best weight, yeah.
That is a great weight. And how about 184?
Yes. How surprised? I mean, I don't know if it's irony. I don't know what the word is, but to see Angelo out-scramble Aiden Sinclair for the takedown. You're never surprised to see Angelo win a wrestling match, but to see him win that way, what were your thoughts on that?
I was a little bit surprised because Aiden Sinclair has just got an arsenal of offense. He was able to get to the legs 4 or 5 times, couldn't finish. And Angelo Ferrari just very comfortable being in those muddy, mucky matches, wins a lot of tight ones, but really good in his position. And yeah, he can scramble, and that was a lot of fun to watch. 184 is going to be money as well. What do you guys think? I mean, this tournament, it just keeps getting better and better and better.
I mean, just watch.
Just like JD's mustache.
Seriously, yeah. He peaked it for the postseason as well. I mean,
March is what matters.
Last night was pure magic. You know, the first with them seeding all 33, it's not as chaotic round 1, but everything else is still insane. I mean, how many 20-plus seeds did we make it to the quarters,
Isn't
semis?
that something? But I thought about this. Trying to give this some perspective, a level set. And I've come to understand this the older I get, and watching the level of wrestling and how this sport continues to evolve. You've got to be so good to be at this tournament. I did the D3 finals last week in Iowa. Those guys are incredible. You have to be extremely talented to wrestle Division II and Division III. They are so good. Then you come up to this level. This is Unicorn Zone. To be one of the top 33 guys in the country, I mean, you are capable. I mean, you are so good at wrestling, people don't understand it. I compare it to taking a World Series baseball team and the last, the 25th guy in the roster is hitting 210. Like, mislocation on a fastball by 2 inches, you're going to find out how bad he is. So with that being said, some things are a little bit surprising, but they probably really shouldn't be. These guys are all extraordinary wrestlers.
And I would say that is one thing you get a great appreciation for, being mat side or close to it.
Unreal.
It really takes it to another level versus just watching on TV. When you see a guy throwing a club and you're like, well, that would just kill.
Yeah, that'd be the end of all
and
of
you're
us.
walking in the back and all these guys are limping or how many black eyes do you see? And, like, these guys are just warriors.
Yeah.
They are warriors.
Absolutely. Shane, it's been great having you on. I'm gonna give you the last word. Give me one Shane Sparks take before I let you go.
You want like just a general take?
Anything Sparks.
I would say this. Here's my final take, a little off the rails a little bit, but this is what it would be. Support wrestling, okay? Was at the D3 finals last weekend in Cedar Rapids. It was awesome. Next year it's in La Crosse. I can't wait to get there. Division 2, support those tournaments. Go to a dual meet in your community. Latch onto a program. People love dual meets. Get involved in the sport. Support the sport. You got to show up. So my last parting words are show up and support a program.
Amen.
Parting word.
Appreciate you guys. Hey, how great is this?
How cool is this? How about Nike
fantastic.
Wrestling? Talk about supporting wrestling.
You see these?
Oh,
Check these out.
look at these shoes.
Check
Get
these
in
out.
tight there.
Look at those. Big
Carolina
thanks to,
blue, baby.
You know, Eddie Brown at APS with Ryan Johnson, Shane Goodell. I like these.
You're looking sharp. You're looking semis ready.
And appreciate you guys, what you guys have done all season long, continuing to elevate the sport. It's awesome having FloWrestling here. I'm friends with you guys, so glad to play a small part in it. But it's been another great season.
You said
Go
it,
with
Shane.
a bang. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Always good seeing
The
you
one
guys.
and only Shane Sparks. Let him hear it, guys. Appreciate it, Shane. Thank you very much. We're going to be back 1:33 and on right after this.
They call him the greatest wrestler in Arizona history.
Welcome back to FRL Inside Ties, presented by Nike Wrestling here at Terrace Hall at Progressive Field. And we have got a lot to get to. Yeah, we got a crowd full of wrestling fans, people excited for the NCAA wrestling tournament. JD, 133, maybe the most discussed weight class tonight.
I've been clenching my fists.
We get the
waiting to
semis.
talk about it. And it's going to be insane. Okay. It's really a tale of two stories here at 133 in the semifinals. You got the half of chaos, Jax versus Aaron Seidel, versus the much more basic, we might have to fast forward to sudden victory tiebreakers in Marcus Blaze and Ben Davino.
Well, it feels like Ben Davino is not that way, except when he's against Marcus Blaze. Blaze just takes him to that place where they can't score, they can't find a way to get to leg attacks, to get those takedowns, and Blaze kind of has brought it there. Can Davino do anything differently this time to avoid that tiebreaker, that kind of 50-50 dynamic?
I don't think so. Not that kind of match. Can he get a takedown in regulation or sudden victory to maybe pull off the win?
Yeah.
Yes. Is he going to be doing what he's been doing to the rest of the field? I don't see it happening.
He just blitzed Lucas Bird.
Yes.
I mean, carried him right away, takedown. I thought he was going to get the tech. He was scoring almost at will against the reigning national champion. A match we didn't get to see at Big Tens. We were kind of anticipating, and turns out Davino is just on a different level from so many of these guys. But Blaze has had the answer, at least in slowing him down.
It's the Kyle Dake, David Taylor
Yeah.
argument, right? Marcus is extremely good at what he does, and you cannot break him from that plan.
No, he does not break position. And then up top, Aaron Seidel. I mean, what he did against Kyler Larkin, I think a lot of people thought that was going to be a pretty competitive match. I think he put him on his back in the first 30 seconds of the match and never looked back. I'm not sure if that ended in a tech or not, but it was an absolute, 16-1 against Kyler Larkin.
To think, he almost didn't start for the Hokies this year.
Well, yeah, they were going to consider redshirting him, until Dylan Campbell got hurt, and then looks like he's ready.
I think he's ready. Do you think he can get Jax? Because Jax is, for all that, Jax is teching everybody too, but just faster.
Yeah, I think, well, listen, Jax Forrest did not tech Kyler Larkin. As great as he wrestled that match, as good as he looked, the comparative scoring, Seidel did a better job than Jax there in that match. Yeah, absolutely Aaron Seidel can beat Jax Forrest. I mean, he is a special scorer. The question is, what are the adjustments? Because the adjustments really feel like they're there for Jax to make. Seidel, his adjustment is, man, I kind of had a
fumble at the end.
He fumbled it. He adjusted his headgear, and he gave up 7 points. It feels like the adjustments are going to come on Jax's side, just in his neutral offense and keeping Seidel off his leg. So I just feel like that's an advantage there, that he knows what he needs to adjust, and that Seidel's not probably going to get the opportunity to adjust to the adjustment. So a roundabout way of saying I do expect Jax Forrest to win this match.
And I think the fans feel very similar. I put up a poll in the YouTube chat. 59% are predicting Jax Forrest to win the whole bracket. 15% Seidel, 14% Blaze, only 12 are picking Divino. So a lot of hype around Jax Forrest.
That does not feel representative of reality to me.
No.
But
Jax is the name.
He's the name. He's the
cowboy.
He's a runaway freight train right now.
Yes.
He's just a volcano of points at all times. And he's appointment viewing, and this weight class has really delivered. Can we take a look at the backside, John?
Oh, absolutely, we can. We're also getting some. We're getting some super chats.
We're getting some super chats. Let's go.
I got to get out in front of this before we talk 133 backside.
Okay.
If Andy would have done his job and beaten Julian Farber on the front side, we'd be going into tonight's session saying Garrett Grice is going to All-American.
Yeah. You almost called it a 28 seed. My 22 seed, Zack Ryder.
He still can.
Everyone, got their digs in. Now he's in the round of 12. He's a match away against Silas Allred. You put these two together, I think you might have one functioning, healthy body.
Correct.
Both of these guys, Allred has injury defaulted out of the last couple, his quarterfinal, and at Big Ten he was forfeiting out. He's obviously not healthy. Everyone knows the story with Zack Ryder. It's anyone's game. You can see Zack Ryder, but I'm skipping ahead.
You are so excited about Zack Ryder.
Listen.
Yeah. No, some really, really tough, backside matches to All-American. Kyler Larkin, Tyler Knox. That's a rematch from CKLV. Pretty competitive match. That one should be a good one. Markel Baker, Jacob Van D. Even though Van D, lost early, he feels like the favorite here against Baker. Julian Farber, Lucas Bird. Lucas Bird, him getting on the podium, I think that'd be a win for him here. See how high he can get up. And then Drake Ayala, Max Leet. So we're poised for if Ayala wins and if Lucas Bird.
That's a blood round match?
No.
We're poised for the next round, another meeting between Ayala and Bird. And that was NCAA Finals match last year. So these backside matches are really good. We got some fan funding.
All right, let's go.
Some super chats.
Let's hear from them.
Dylan Morrison, who I know is here.
He's here.
Dylan, right there. Yeah, he's right there. 20 bones.
There, he's right here.
Yeah.
Repping the chain.
Look at him. That's Dylan.
4 foot long.
The big guy.
There's Dylan.
He's from Governor, New York.
Yep, that's our boy. We got Joshua Bunkers just given 10 bones and also said that Ben Divino blitzed Lucas Bird.
That happened.
That did happen.
That happened.
Absolutely.
So, and he wanted to pay to say that.
To say what I said.
Yes.
He's right. You're spot on. It was an incredible performance by Ben. He looks out of control.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, so we'll get to some other ones
Let's
as
go to
the show
141.
goes on. Get to 141. 141, I mean, it's kind of gone mostly chalk.
Yeah.
Very, very chalk weight. The top 8 seeds made the quarters, and the only upset there was Luke Stanich over Anthony Echemendia. Jesse Mendez beat Vance Valmbar 16-4. Stanich over Echemendia 6-4. Hardy, Cornella, that was Hardy.
Very close.
Hardy had to work for that one.
Man, I tell you what, Hardy was just fighting off takedowns through a lot of that match. Cornello was on his leg, and he just find a way to scramble, hold tight, stalemate, and then at the very end, Cornello's on the leg, almost scored again, but Hardy just knows how to win those kind of matches. Really, really impressive. And then Vega against Nasir Bailey is a good match. You know, we thought that would be competitive. Vega was way more aggressive looking for takedowns than I think we'd seen even in his previous matches here. A lot of leg attacks, and he eventually found a way to get it. And his finishing is so good. He uses his length so well, cuts across, gets that foot, and was able to pull it in. And so we're poised for some great semis.
Yeah. You want to take a look at the backside?
I do.
Do it.
All right. We're looking at the backside here. Echemendia, Eli Griffin, Vance Valmbar, CJ Composto. I mean, those battle of, what, two-time All-Americans?
Yeah, we saw Davis go down to Composto, so no 10 All-Americans for Penn State this year.
Yeah, and then Marisola as well, dropping that to Christian Carroll. Wyatt Henson, Nasir Bailey. With the way Nasir's wrestling, you favor him there. And then Carter Nogel, Air Force, lost his first match.
Wow.
Battling all the way back. He's got a tough challenge ahead of him in Cornella. Cornella's looked really good. So yeah, some fun ones there.
All right, it'll be a really fun night.
Can we get to 49?
You want to do 49?
Because
The way to chaos. Yeah.
And to me, it had the moment of the entire session this morning.
Yeah.
Casey Swiderski, Shane Van Ness going absolutely nuts, blow for blow in the final 15 seconds. It was like the fight. Who was it? Max Holloway and
Gaethje?
I think it was Poirier. I can't remember. One
Maybe,
of them.
yeah.
One of them, where they just like point in. We're like, all right, we're just gonna swing, stand in the center and swing for the last 10 seconds. That's basically what they did. Shane Van Ness gets the takedown, the toppling takedown with 1 or 2 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, Swiderski was close on a couple picks, got to the single, got to the leg, but finishing eluded him. Really strong performance from Swiderski, no doubt. And now that sets up Shane Van Ness in the semis yet again against number 20, Chance Lamer. And this guy's draw was not, the bracket didn't fall apart. He just kind of busted it up himself. I mean, he has looked so good in these matches. He was all over Colin Guy last night to the point where I don't know how Guy wins this match. I mean, Lamer just seemed so physical. His hands and feet were really moving well. And then he's got Carter Young, and man, early takedown, rode him forever, never gave Carter Young even an opportunity to get back in the match. And just like that, number 20, and that's huge team points for Nebraska. This second, third, fourth race is absolutely narrow, thin margin here. So that was just a huge win. So Lamer, the 20 seed versus Van Ness, he's going to be a big underdog against Shane on that top side.
Yeah, and then bottom side, we got a number 11 and number 10 seed making the semis. Lachlan McNeil, which I think a lot of people just circled that draw. Yeah, circling that draw. I'm like, all right, Lachlan is wrestling really good. He can make the semis. He takes out Cross-Wasilewski. He was down early and then ends up getting a takedown. Bottom leg Turk takes it over and gets the pin in the third period. And then Aiden Valencia down to the number 2 seed, Jackson Joy.
6-1?
Yeah, down 6-1. I kind of stopped watching and then looked back, and it's like, oh my gosh, he's within a takedown. It's becoming pretty interesting. And then gets a late takedown, wins 12-9. And now, how does that match go? Aiden Valencia, Lachlan McNeil. What does that match look like? I
mean, Aiden can get to legs against just about anyone.
Yeah.
And so I think it's going to, how good is Lachlan McNeil's leg defense? Can he keep Aiden Valencia at bay? Can he get a counter score in there? Lachlan's looked absolutely fantastic here. I mean, got the pin over Wasilewski. I think this is a coin flip match, and I don't say that too often. I really don't have a good read on who wins this one.
I don't either. I thought I did when Joy was up big. Aiden did his classic, hard club, basically fall into the legs. He's kind of nice with that.
Oh, he's nasty. I mean, for Aiden Valencia, and I had Aiden going on a run. I did not have him beating Joy, but I did think he was going to place. And I just felt like the way he's lost so many of these matches, at some point,
skills are going to
you're
tip.
going to regress to the mean there. Like, you're not going to keep losing these matches you should win. You should start winning. And here he wins a match he should probably have lost. And I think, at this point, him going through Styles and Joy, that's got to give him a ton of confidence as he heads into the semifinal round. Don't be surprised if you see Aiden Valencia wrestling Saturday night.
Which also, Lachlan picking up a pin there, kind of sneaky big bonus points for Michigan, who is quietly having a very nice tournament.
Loudly in some instances. You got Tegadali wrestling great. The Mantman wrestling really well. Bo took a tough loss to Levi Haynes, but he's going to be wrestling in round of 12. Brock Mantanona pins to make to the semis. Michigan doing a really nice job. And believe me, Tyler Meisinger is keeping us updated. Basically, after every Michigan match, you got Tyler Meisinger. It's like Michigan currently in 7th. It's like, all right, buddy.
Yeah, you got the team scores up there. Obviously, Penn State ahead by however many, 40 points. Nebraska in second. Nebraska last year wasn't a fluke.
Doing it again.
66 points in second. Oklahoma State in third, 64.5. Iowa, 50.5. And then Ohio State, 44. Michigan, 41. Firmly in 6th place. Want to talk about the backside at 149 real quick?
Let's do that, and then we'll go to break, and we'll bring on Stipe Miocic.
And, we've said all year, 149, the way to chaos. And you're seeing it on the front side, but also on the backside as well. Carter Young, the number 12 seed, taking on Ryder Block, the number 15 seed. That's going to be, a really, really fun match. Did they wrestle at all at Big Tens?
I don't think so.
I don't know if they did.
Ryder outplaced him. I know that.
Ryder took.
Carter
took
outplaced
4th. And then Casey Swiderski, Gabe Willichel. Gabe Willichel, really nice run to the round of 12. Colin Guy, Jackson Joy. That's the number 2 versus number 4 seed.
2 versus 4 in the round of 12.
And Guy had to beat Coy Biskins in the round of 16 just to make it there. And then we got Jacob Frost, Cross Wasilewski. So that's a 16 seed versus the number 3 seed.
Okay, so Frost can still place.
Yeah, Frost coming back through. So, yeah, we could see a lot of really high seeds on the podium at 149.
Well, it's like we said, if you're doing your fantasy draft, let 49 go. And if you did that strategy, you're probably feeling pretty good about it right now. Okay, that's 149. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to be back with Stipe Miocic, UFC legend and Cleveland native. When we come back, there he is. See you soon.
They call him the greatest wrestler in Arizona history.
Welcome back to Cleveland, Ohio, inside Terrace Hall, just across from Rocket Arena, where we've been watching the NCAA wrestling tournament. Pleased to welcome you back, and pleased to welcome our next guest, UFC champion and Cleveland's own Stipe Miocic joining the show. Come on, Stipe. And there comes Stipe. Oh, they scared him. It's the only thing that scares Stipe Miocic. Now, JD can vouch. That was a jump scare for you, too.
No,
What's
I
up,
walked it
Stipe?
off like it was
Welcome.
nothing. How we doing?
Hey, how's it going?
Stipe, thanks for. I just want to tell you that scared JD too.
Oh,
my
no.
God. I clenched hard there. I was scared.
Give it the old pucker.
Yeah.
Well, Stipe, thank you so much for joining us. Now, many people know you as a UFC legend, UFC champion, but wrestling fans know that wrestling is kind of your origin story. Just how much did wrestling help you throughout your MMA career?
It was awesome. It was everything, honestly. When I started training, I really was just taking everyone down and ground and pounding. I'm like, this is easy, you know. It was great, you know. And then, you know, my best friend, my coach, Marcus Marinelli, he was like, yeah, every fight starts standing, so we're going to. So, but it's always good to have because, like, you know, if something's not going my way or if there's a leg that needs to be taken, I'll grab it and go for it. And, you know, and it helps with the, you know, different I guess, mixed martial arts, I guess. But it works perfect with the guy. Sometimes it's front heavy. It's easy to snatch a leg and just, you know, go to a dump or something.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, you're known not just for your amazing fight, but you're known as Cleveland through and through. Just how important is wrestling to not just Ohio, but the city and the area of Cleveland?
It's like a just amazing area. We have, you know, St. Ed's, you have West Ellis. Like when I was around, like in my districts, my senior in high school, I think we had 3 or 4 top 25 teams in the country just in our district. That wasn't even state. That was the tournament for state. So it was like, I mean, it was gnarly. We had some. I mean, wrestling here is awesome. Like it's awesome.
And just the people here. I mean, it's just they always say like Northeast Ohio just produces some of the toughest people. Do you feel like you kind of exemplified that throughout your career?
Yeah, no, definitely. I think you know, wrestling. I wrestled here at Cleveland State as well. You know, when they had a team before, they don't anymore. But you know, my head coach Jack Hafner, who was my coach there, he that man is tough. That man, he blew us through the gauntlet, and that's what made me tough. And I think it all just kind of, you know, grew together. And I think people here were just tough. This part of Ohio.
As you've been watching the NCAAs unfold, is there a wrestler you watch and think, hey, I think that guy could be a pretty good MMA fighter? Who's one guy you could, if you could pluck and drop him into an MMA camp, you think could have some success?
You know, I was talking to my buddy about this. Jesse Mendez.
Yeah.
He's tough. He's nasty. He wants to hurt you, you know. And I don't want to wrestle him.
Correct.
I don't want to wrestle him at all. I like to watch him in the stands, but good for him. But yeah, you know, he definitely plus Ohio State guy. That's always nice. But he's you know, he's rad.
What have you seen from sort of in this vein? Gable Stevenson's kind of begun his career, UFC heavyweight, or he has those aspirations. What have you seen from him so far?
I think he had one fight. Is it one or two?
A handful, yeah.
I'm terrible at this stuff.
He did a boxing
I don't watch
fight,
at all. Like, I mean, I know he had fights. So I mean, I saw he won his first fight. So I mean, dude's athletic. You know, I mean, he can do a backflip. I cannot. And he's way bigger than I am. So I mean, that's pretty impressive. And you know, in his credentials of what he's done. You know, gold medal, multiple NCAA championships. I mean, the man knows how to train, knows how to make himself better, and you know, he wants it. So I think he'll have great success.
Now, I know you work closely with the Greater Cleveland Food Bank. Could you just talk about the work they're doing here in Cleveland and how, if people want to support, what they could do? Yeah,
you know, I'm with Cleveland Coffee, and like every time that, you know, someone buys a bag of coffee, you know, we give 3 meals for every bag back to Cleveland Food Bank, and it's great. And just, you know, it's those, especially this time, it's cold, and you know, less fortunate people, you know, need a meal. You know, they're there to help out.
Awesome. And if you don't know, we're auctioning off a pair of wrestling shoes that were signed by John Smith and David Taylor. Kozak's got them. Maybe
right
you can
here.
hold them up there.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm allowed to touch
Easy with
these.
those
I don't
feet.
know.
You have to make a donation. Uh-oh, Stipe.
hey.
Maybe you're just going to get one shoe because Stipe
Yeah,
just
just one.
pocketed
That's
one.
for the food bank.
That was a joke. It was a joke, guys. It was a joke.
So if you donate $10 or more, you're going to be entered for a drawing to potentially win those shoes signed by John Smith, who is here, and David Taylor, a pair of Olympic champions and coaches at Oklahoma State. So that's very, very cool. Well, Stipe, before we let you go, is there any match or anything you're looking forward to for tonight's or the potential NCAA finals?
It's 141 semifinals, right?
Yeah.
2 true freshmen and 2 redshirt, right?
At 33?
Yeah, at 33. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was saying Justin Mendez, but yeah, it's crazy, man. Because like, you know, I wrestle up like, all right, high crotch, you know, first, you know, come across. Now these dudes are like just funk and just like I tried a little funk, I did okay, you know, but I wasn't really agile like that. But like, these kids like I don't know how I would do it now. Like, if I was that age now, most of these guys, like, man, the legs, the way I'm not flexible at all. Like those dudes, are like, I can't believe some of the stuff they can do. It's just unbelievable to watch and how much more the sport has evolved. And I just got to start having my son. He's 4. Started learning how to wrestle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's my wife asked me how he likes it. I said I don't care. It's the life I chose for him. I'm joking, but he loves it though. He does love it, and so I just want him to do it because I want him to understand what hard work is and the grind. And if you do wrestling, man, there's nothing harder than wrestling. I'm telling you, the whole season it's just different. With the grind and just being beat up and sore and just so. Sorry, I kind of went off there.
No, that's great. That's great. We're right there with you. Well, Stipe, thank you so much for coming on. You don't know what it means to have you come on and be a guest on this show. So thank you so much.
Thanks for having me, guys. It was awesome.
Thank you. Stipe Miocic.
Yeah.
All right, JD, why don't you keep it moving? We're gonna be back with 157 right after this. And welcome back to FRL Inside Ties, inside Terrace Hall, outside of Rocket Arena, where we've had an incredible couple days of wrestling. And we're going to get back to action, talking about 157 pounds. JD Raider, this has been the way, everyone knows I love 157. Why don't you take us up through the quarterfinal action in round of 12?
Let's talk about how PJ Duke shouldn't even be able to wrestle tonight because he should be in jail because he is just committing homicide out there in Rocket Arena.
I really believe what I said. Like, he's kind of the scariest guy on the mat right now. Like, he is not just winning. He's not just scoring. Like, Jack's just like, oh, what's happening to me? I'm on my back somehow. This guy is just – he's
beating you up.
He's beating you up until they stop the match. Either he's pinning
He's a
you or
bully.
taking you. He is a bully. And true freshmen are not supposed to be bullies.
No.
That's not the natural order. That's not the way things like this are supposed to go. He looks unbeatable right now.
But Rabadou in the semis.
I mean,
are you giving Rabadou a chance?
I think we got to go back. We have to talk about Larkin Rabadou. That was as chaotic and crazy a wrestling match today. And when someone asked me the best match I saw, I think I reflexively said Valencia Joy. But Larkin Rabadou was just exchange after exchange. And, like, early it was Landon. Then I felt like Caleb's pressure was starting to have a little impact on Landon. Was moving him around a little bit. He gets the takedown. Rabadou's got to get away, gets away, finds a way to take. I mean, the adjustments, and this is what I thought we would see in this match. That's why I picked Rabadou, even though he lost. The finishers are ahead of the scramblers, and he found a way to get those finishes on. Now, that's a huge win for Landon Rabadou, but I just don't see – the synergies with PJ Duke and Landon Rabadou, they're too similar, and I feel like Peter's just a little bit better at his thing than Landon is. So I think it's an uphill battle for Landon Rabadou. Trust that Oklahoma State's going to have a game plan. They've wrestled PJ Duke, but it feels like Landon is just going to be a little outmatched here. But I wouldn't rule out him wrestling back for third.
PJ the true Michael Myers.
Well, honestly.
And we did see that match in freestyle, what, 2 or 3 times? And every time it was PJ, and it was kind of close, but not really. As the match went on, PJ kind of separated himself.
I think PJ, I don't know when it exactly happened, he unlocked a new level.
He did.
Though, think about that Antrell match in January, I think is when the duel was, to the Big Tens. Just 2 completely different guys, and I think he's even gotten a little bit better since Big Tens.
I mean, it looks like it right now. He's the leading scorer so far through the first 3 rounds.
Pin tech.
Nothing's slowing him down. And I agree. I don't know if we've ever seen a better PJ Duke. And this is the guy that beat Yanni and made the world team out of high school.
When it's crazy, I know I told you this earlier, Christian, but there was a point in the season when people were talking about PJ Duke and Tyler Kasak. I'm like, I don't know, maybe they should have went with Kasak this year with, PJ having close matches against Cardenas, losing to Antrell Taylor. And now it's like, I think PJ's the best guy in this bracket, and I think he's gonna be okay.
Yeah, PJ's gonna be all right.
Yeah.
Now it's like, how could you ever keep him out of the lineup moving forward? Like I talked about the flip flop. Okay, now Kasak will come in and PJ can redshirt. I don't know how you let this guy not be on your team.
Right.
Like, how do you shelf this guy for a year? I don't care how your lineup synergy is. If you got a wrestling team, there's no scenario. I know we're looking so far ahead, but like, you got to have PJ Duke on it. Let's talk about the bottom side.
Bottom side. Waters versus Shapiro. Shapiro comes out. He gets close to a couple takedowns in the first, but just can't finish. And then Waters gets the takedown, and Shapiro, he didn't have the gas in the tank at the end, I felt like.
That was the game plan. I know they were like, you got to weather the storm with Meyer. Just try to keep him from scoring, pressure, make everything hard. That was the goal. And I think Ty did just enough. I mean, Waters was able to get the 1 takedown, and then he's just able to slow things down so well off of Shapiro's attacks. It was a really impressive win, but one that didn't surprise me one bit.
No, and on the other quarter, the Antrell Taylor versus Cannon Webster match went how I think a lot of us thought that match was going to go. Tight, very close, and then Antrell kind of gets to the body late, secures that takedown to ice it late.
Yeah, and so for Ty, I feel like this is a really tough matchup for Ty Waters. I think Antrell Ty kind of lets you in, even around your body, and I think you can do that against maybe even Meyer, maybe against a lot of these guys. I think if you do that against Antrell Taylor, you're getting lifted in the air, and it's not going to go well. So Ty's going to have to adjust course. He's going to have to find a way. Does he get to a leg? Because I think that's a little underrated is Ty Waters' ability to get to legs and finish. I think he's going to have to try to score early, get to Antrell Taylor, and make Antrell have to come after him.
That's the game plan, much easier said than done.
Absolutely. Can we take a look at that round of 12? These are going to be insane.
Yeah, there's some good ones right off the top. Larkin, Catcherbone. And, man, Catcherbone's game is kind of funky, rolling people around, scoring, and it feels like Larkin is just 2 or 3 steps ahead there. Catcherbone's been wrestling tough, but Larkin's the favorite. And then Brandon Cannon, Jude Swisher. Brandon Cannon definitely not peak, right? Not 100%. And Jude Swisher really tough. I don't know what to think about this matchup between Cannon and Swisher.
And I feel like for Cannon, Swisher is a hard guy to wrestle. He's physical. He can scramble. He's a good scrambler.
He's going to make you work.
He can really wrestle from everywhere. And he can have a liability underneath that Cannon might need to beat him. That's where I think it could be an uphill battle for Brandon Cannon, and it's been a rough one for Ohio State so far.
Yeah.
Davino and Mendez have been sensational as they have all year. Elsewhere, it's been a pretty rough showing.
Yeah, and if you look at Ohio State's, some of their guys that have made it through the backside, we'll get to Carson Harchla eventually, but he's got Simon Ruiz.
Yes.
So it's like, man, you circle this one, it's like, this one's not going to be easy, and then at 74, it's not going to be easy either. So a lot of their points is going to have to just come from.
And Buzakis is already out, as we mentioned.
Feldman's out. Fishback's out. So it's it's tough. And then Kai Owen from Columbia, and that's been a theme. Columbia has been very good. It's not just been Caesar Elvin. It's been the entire team. So Kai Owen loses first round. It works his way all the way back, but he's going to be an underdog against Cannon Webster from Illinois. Webster wrestled Antrell Taylor tough, very tough. And then the final one, Daniel Cardenas.
Webster's also a guy you don't have concerns about on the backside.
Yeah,
There
he's
are
going
some
to get tough.
Yeah, there are some guys you're like, ugh, he's going to look different on the backside than he does on the front side. Not Webster.
Yeah. And then Daniel Cardenas, Meyer Shapiro.
And these two have a history.
Yes.
And it's gone back and forth, and it's been physical, it's been tough. First time it was Cardenas. Second time, I think even Cardenas.
Yes.
Shapiro got him the next time. It's going to be a war. I don't know how well Cardenas is feeling right now. He looked pretty rough in that loss to Cannon, but has wrestled back, made it to this point. He'll have Shapiro, who how good's Shapiro going to be feeling after losing in the quarterfinal round? I think this is a toss-up, and if I had to lean, I think Shapiro's better, but I'd probably pick Cardenas to win the match.
It's not fair. One of these guys doesn't make the podium.
I know, but that's just 157.
Tough sport,
Cardenas
tough
Things
weight.
that happen.
Cardenas majored Burgess and then teched McGee coming back through. So
Stanford's having a good tournament, too.
Yes, they are.
I'll tell you one thing. You know, you mentioned Columbia. I want to mention, like, the job Donnie Pritzloff is doing, I don't think anyone's surprised. I mean, I always say when I'm talking to my son, like, man, coaching's kind of everything. It is so big. If you get the right motivated people, coaching is essential. And everywhere Donnie Pritzloff has gone, he leaves a legend from those kids. So it's no surprise to see what Coach Buxton, Coach Rivera.
Seabass.
That's quite a staff.
Yeah.
That's quite a staff. And I'm not surprised to see success, but it is a little sooner than I maybe anticipated.
Going to move on to 165.
Let's do it.
165.
Kind of interesting with Mitchell Messenbrink.
And that's what I was just about to say. So I was about to say, especially once Lockett loses last night,
Yeah.
which he might not have even gotten to Mitchell, but I was like, oh, Mitchell's going to go 100% bonus this season. And I was like, forget the Hadres, because if you go 100% bonus, even if your field's not as good, you deserve it.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden,
Bryce Hepner.
6-0, and he's keeping it close the first 2 minutes. It's 0-0, I think. Actually, did Mitchell get a takedown?
0-0 through the third or through the first.
Yeah.
Scoreless first.
But then Hepner goes down for a long time.
Yeah.
They bring the stretcher out.
And Mitchell rode him, turned him, and then they had this long timeout.
And then you're like, the wheels are going to come off, and Mitchell's gonna bonus this guy eventually. He did.
It didn't happen. He did win, of course, 6-0. But it's funny, but a 6-0 win is actually wrestling news when it concerns Mitchell Messenbrink. But against Cesar Alvin, who continues his run. And as Kozak brought this up, Alvin beat Ruiz in the regular season. So it was just the continuation of that trend with him punching his ticket to the semis for Columbia. But he's very uphill battle against Mitchell Messenbrink. As we look down below, this one a little more chalk. Joey Blaze taking on Michael Caliendo. Both kind of cruised in their quarterfinal match.
Y'all got to go back and watch the Caliendo Mulvaney match. He put him in a blender. Just ducked him like 5-6 times. Dang. It was bad.
It's relatable. I can understand. That would be me.
Let's look at the backside.
Yeah, some fun.
Well, do we have any gauge on this rematch? You've been on.
I'm on Caliendo.
You've been on Caliendo.
Yeah.
It's going to get this one back.
Blaze is looking good.
But I was about to say, does that change anything? Blaze made Kozak eat his words when he said, watch out for Uten yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Did not work out for me.
Yeah,
You
that
know,
was a nonsense thing.
Sometimes it does, and then other times
That's right.
Swing and a miss. But
I don't know.
You got to swing, right?
You got to swing.
You got to swing. So, but there's some really fun 165 backside matches, and 165 is a weight where like you've been looking for the next tier to step up, and it all season like it hasn't, and so it makes these round of 12 matches really hard to predict. So you're looking at Nico Ruiz, Max Brignola.
Man, that's a coin flip.
Coin flip.
For sure.
Bryce Hepner, Ryder Downey.
Man, Downey.
I don't know.
2 techs.
Yeah.
Not bad news for Christian Pyle's fantasy team, gotta
Hey,
say.
there you go. And then Andrew Sparks beat D. Lockett 10-3.
D. Lockett did not place. I think the biggest news of 165 is D. Lockett not placing at this tournament.
For sure.
Because it's not just, okay, he was the 5th seed and he had a really good true freshman year. These were pivotal points for Oklahoma State that you probably penciled them in. And a lot of people were telling me, D. Lockett's not going to place. Watch. And I said, yeah, he's not wrestling maybe his best, and he's not separating. But who's going to beat him to keep him off the podium? Apparently, Cesar Alvin and Andrew Sparks are those guys. I just did not expect that. He beat LJ Araujo in an amazing second round backside match. But D not getting on the podium is a stunner to me.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where the NCAA tournament, it's so crazy, and you always hear people say, like, oh, you wrestle it however many times. How many times does D-Lock at place? You wrestle it 10 times, he probably places eight or 9 times. But this is the one time where just didn't wrestle his best.
Yeah.
So Andrew Sparks makes his way up to Will Denny.
That's going to be an exciting one.
Yeah.
Both those guys are goers.
And then Patty Gallagher wrestling
No
back,
way.
makes the round of 12, and he's got E.J. Parco. So,
oh my gosh!
Man, it's like all of these matches. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't bet on any of them. They feel like
no.
Yeah, any guy that makes it to this point can win.
I mean, Gallagher, Cleveland's native son.
Yeah,
St. Ed's
That'd
product.
be cool.
As is
cool.
Bryce Hebner.
Mhm.
Man.
Right.
Holy cow! I'm excited for those. Those
Yeah.
are gonna be good round of 12
It's
matches.
a fun round. Very fun round for sure. Up to 174.
Let's do it. Let's head to 174. Levi Haynes, the top seed here. He is taking care of business in every sense of the word. Dominates Bo Mantanona. Excuse me. Who's he got in the semis?
Patrick Kennedy.
Oh, PK
Tiebreakers.
beat Harchla in tiebreakers. Kennedy got away in 3 seconds in tiebreakers. Harchla had to go neutral. Couldn't get the takedown in the
Justin
last 30.
Rodemaker would have taken bottom.
Yeah, Justin Roberts like,
And it would have worked.
I have an extra second here. There's plenty of time. But yeah, it feels like Haynes is a runaway train right now.
Yeah, definitely.
Pin.
And you mentioned it, but that was a huge win for Kennedy because loser Harchla got Ruiz on the backside.
Yeah.
Brutal. Yeah,
Brutal.
Ruiz going down to Wask made it so the 4-5 loser fell into that group. That's tough.
And look at this other one. It's Bowman versus Matty Singleton.
Oh my gosh.
That's gonna
So Singleton wrestled back.
Singleton
I kind of
worked his
wasn't
way
sure
back.
if he was gonna. He just didn't look. He didn't look right to me in his top side matches. Harchla Ruiz, Mantanona Singleton. Those are all American caliber guys. Those are guys you could have seen in the top 5.
Yeah, and then the others, the bottom side with Schubert, Wask, that's like a 12-15. Colin Kelly, MJ Gaitan.
That's your crazy one.
Is
Gaitan Kelly.
9-11.
That's your crazy man. Did not see Colin Kelly making it, but he beats Facundo.
Yes.
Another significant DNP for the Cowboys. That one hurts because this was kind of a tailor-made draw for Alex Facundo to place.
Yeah.
Going through Colin Kelly and Gaitan, who he beat this year. That was lined up pretty good for him, and not able to get it done.
For sure. Yeah. Do we talk about Minto Steed at all?
We should.
Yeah.
I think this is a real match.
For sure.
Cam Steed looks fantastic right now. I think a lot of people have penciled Minto into this final, and he has maybe earned that distinction. I think he's looked really, really good this year. But what Steed has done, Big 12s to now, he's scoring tons of points. Pulling his entire draw here. He went tech, pin, and then 9-2 over Wask in sudden victory.
Classic sudden victory score.
Classic sudden victory score. But he's a big point scorer, and I think that's maybe what you need to beat Chris Minto.
It is, but he's a blast double guy, and just
You're not blast doubling
you're
Chris
not
Minto.
blast doubling Chris Minto. So you got to find another way to score on him, and then it's like, okay, Minto's actually even really good if you go single, getting foot up in the air. He's really good defending there too. All that's just say Minto's just a really good
He's just
athlete,
really
good
good.
wrestler.
He's just super
I don't
good.
know how you beat him unless you're Levi Haynes.
Yeah. And maybe that's the answer.
Even then, sometimes it takes a weird locked figure 4 call and stuff like that. So
I'm giving Steed probably more of a shot than most.
In the public.
But I think, smart money's probably still
Steed's
on
hot,
Minto.
and when you're hot, you're hot. And
That's
sometimes that's all it takes in March.
I forgot, and we looked at the round of 12 already for this one, so we could head to 184 pounds.
And I'm going to bring in a super chat
Ooh.
from
Let's do that.
Elion B. He gave us one foot long, $4.99.
All right, not bad.
He said,
Not bad.
Mantanona looking solid. Do you see him taking out Rocco Welsh and or taking the title?
I do not. I do think his style is interesting. It's like Rocco in a fist fight is just going to win that match, it seems consistently. Brock is kind of a curveball. He's a little on the outside. He can catch him in a scramble. I just think
It's going to take something like a cradle.
He's going to need to win an exchange. And really, Rocco's so underrated in the exchanges and scrambles now. I don't see it. But
I don't know if you remember. They wrestled at Big Tens. And it went into overtime.
You're exactly right.
8-5. Rocco beat Mantanona in overtime. So I feel like any other of the top contenders, if you're looking at Angelo Ferrari, Max McAnally, Aiden Sinclair, I feel like that's a harder matchup for Brockman.
Tyler Meisinger tunes in. He just hears anything Michigan. He's like, yes, what?
Yeah.
What's going on? And he started just nodding confidently. So Brockman, pencil it into the finals, says Tyler Meisinger.
There you go.
Hey,
You
but
heard it
hey,
here.
come on. We got to talk about Ferrari McAnally.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Yep.
What do
It's
we
happening.
We didn't get this match, right? We
No.
didn't get it at Big Tens because Rocco beat Angelo. And then we didn't see it in the duel because Angelo was hurt. So now we're finally going to see Angelo Ferrari, Max McAnally. McAnally's cruising. But if you ever want to get your offense halted, Angelo Ferrari is a good guy to wrestle.
I mean, look no further than that Sinclair match.
Yes,
He
Sinclair's
hit to the legs, but Sinclair couldn't finish.
and the scrambling, the counter scrambling, like how McAnally had a hard time finishing on Rocco Welsh, and it feels like Angelo's maybe even a level tougher to score on leg defensively.
Oh, for sure.
So, man, it's going to be a tough one for McAnally. I mean, Angelo could do it. Everyone talks about the finalist streak. I think Hawk's going to get 2 in the finals. That's my prediction.
Okay, I don't hate it.
You're on McAnally. You got to stick with it. Sinclair was my pick to win the title, so I got to follow the guy that beat him.
That's true.
We're trying to get pulled into repechage here.
I wouldn't feel bad either. If I was having to ride for, I'd be like, all right, let's ride.
Yeah.
I'm McAnally. Go Gophers.
Yeah, absolutely. So I can't wait for those 84 semis. They're going to be great. And you know what? You're right. Freaking Brock Mantanona, you can't count them out. Let's look at these round of 12 matches.
Yeah.
John, Father.
There's some fun ones. Brian Soldano, Caleb Campos.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Dude.
Those guys are fun
I
to
love
watch
Caleb
wrestle.
Campos. That guy is I think that matchup favors Campos.
Okay.
American could get a guy on the podium.
They
That'd
could
be
get
big.
2.
Oh, yeah, Leet?
Yeah.
Wow.
Which Lee has a tough round of 12, but Leet's wrestling really good, actually.
Yeah.
I think
he's
I
putting
think he
up
may
points.
have Ayala.
I think he does, too.
Yeah, so, okay. But, Soldano Campos, I mean, I feel like someone's going to get pinned in that match.
I see that.
That's what I'm going to call that.
I think it would be Soldano.
And you were very excited to talk about this right off the bat.
Yeah, we should have let. Why did we not lead the show with this Zack Ryder round of 12 match, guys?
Zack Ryder getting tough, making the blood round, and he has an All-American, Silas Allred.
Yes. So, I don't know if you can pull in the wrestle stat or if you can just know it, but the injury default situation with Silas, I know he injury defaulted in his quarter, and now what's Ryder's health. Everyone knows his situation, but it seems like the shoulder's been staying in.
Somehow, and he's wrestling the way he needs to.
Yes.
To win.
Yes, he does.
Silas Allred, 4 out of his last 6 matches have been injury defaults or medical forfeits.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he's a warrior, obviously, and tough, but sometimes the body can only do what it can do. So that's going to be that'll be a sad one. If you're looking for a match to get really sad, watch that 184 one, and you will feel empathy for someone.
Yeah, and then James Conway makes it to the round of 12, but congratulations, you get to wrestle Aiden Sinclair. So that's a number 2 versus a number 4 seed there.
When these big seeds go down before the tough matches, it creates some insane round of 12 matches. Now you're going to have the 4 versus the 2 in the round of 12. Is that the second 4 versus 2 round of 12 matchup? Forget the one.
Simon Ruiz versus Carson Hartzlow was a 2 versus 4 also.
Yep. That's just that's insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
And then Rylan Rogers. Rylan Rogers wrestling all the way back to the round of 12. He's got Eddie Knightenbach. You favor Knightenbach there, but Rogers wrestling pretty tough.
Yeah.
So could be a close one.
Let's go to 197. This weight's been full of surprises. Rocky Elam, the 2 seed, loses last night. Now he's out of the tournament. Did not win his wrestleback match. Let's start up top. Josh Barr and the domination we've seen from him.
I mean, he's running away with it. And coming into this tournament, everyone was like, if there's a guy, it's Rocky that can stop Josh Barr.
Yes.
And it didn't take too long to.
No.
Dresser came out and said he got hurt with 30 seconds to go in the Big 12 final.
Oh, man.
And they did an MRI on his knee, and it was just like, it is torn up.
Man.
Yeah.
That's so brutal.
Yeah.
You freaking hate to see that.
Yeah, and he's a guy who's battled injuries his whole career and has looked pretty good.
Wrestled a decent amount this year, too.
He did.
Yeah, and it's hard for a guy like that to end his career this way.
Who's he going to be wrestling in the semis?
Joey Novak. Josh Barr, Joey Novak.
Novak's looked good. I mean, he kind of ended the Hawks run there. I mean, he was, every time I looked, he had like 4 or 5 more points. Pretty dominant win there. And that you got to be a point scorer. And this was the match, remember, Wyoming and Penn State dueled, but we didn't see this match. Novak beat Mirasola. Barr was not back from injury. Barr's back. And I think there's going to be a lot of points on the board. But I think Novak is going to be interesting in some of these exchanges because Barr is such a good leg attacker. Novak, very good defensively, good scrambler. I think this will be a fun one, but ultimately, Josh Barr is one of the best wrestlers in the world.
And then the bottom side, number 3 seed Stephen Little, number 7 seed Cody Merrill. Cody Merrill beat Remy Cotton. Little beat Cam McDaniel in a very close match. Had to get a takedown in overtime.
He did, and Little was up 1-0 late in this one. Gave up a stall point with 2 seconds to go to send it into overtime, and then finds a way, gets to the leg, double legs Camden McDaniel for the win. How do you guys view this Stephen Little Cody Merrill match? I don't think we've seen this one, have we?
No, Little was, or I don't even know if
Was
Little
he out in the duel?
He was, I think so. I feel like I'm kind of on Little.
Really?
I don't know. I mean, Merrill's hot. He's a young guy. This feels like one where it's like Merrill should win, and then Little finds a way, some veteran way.
It's kind of, man, it's a cool story either way. I mean, Little Rock's, this is their first semifinalist ever. So Neil Ayersman continued to make history at a program that's still really new, 8 years in. Their first semifinalist could get their first NCAA finals. So that's an awesome story if he does it. And then if Merrill does it, man, this is a freshman. I don't think anyone was putting this guy in the finals. Stephen Little, the 3 seed making the finals, not that shocking. So either way, I think we're going to get a good story. I don't know why. I think Merrill's going to get it done tonight.
And when Rocky went down, I was like, wow, Merrill's gifted this. And I don't know. I've just been impressed with Stephen Little. It's maybe because I went to Pac-12s, saw him there too, but
He's impressive.
he's just good.
He gets the legs and he finishes. He's just a really good, hard-nosed wrestler. I love watching him compete. Let's take a look at these round of 12 matches.
Round of 12 matches, there's some fun ones. Definitely some high seeds that are going to get All-American. Colton Hawks versus Branson John.
Whoa.
Branson John lost his first match.
Y'all know I love Branson John.
Yep, you've been on him. He was a 174-pounder last year, coming up from 197. I mean, Hawks was 174 one time also. So yeah, that should be a fun one. Posada versus Geog.
Oh, wow. Geog made it to him.
Geog wrestled back through.
So Rademacher and Sasso both lost. Because remember this morning I said, oh, man, Posada's going to drop into Rademacher or Sasso.
And
Wrong.
Geog makes it through.
Holy cow.
So, I mean, Posada is the favorite there, but Geog wrestling well. And then bottom side, Gabe Arnold.
How about
finding his way to the blood round and did not take an easy pass. Beaten Wasley 7-2, Rune Lawrence 7-1, and then Gabe Sollers needed a late takedown over Gabe Sollers, and Gabe Arnold gets the 5-4 win. And now Remy Cotton, that's a winnable match. He did lose to him.
Remy's wrestling sad.
Yeah.
You know, after losing. Yeah, he did lose to him at Big Ten. So.
But it was like a one takedown match, right?
Well, it was a Gabe Arnold match.
And Gabe has very little experience wrestling at this weight. Now he's got an entire tournament and change. Man, that's an incredible story if he ends up on the podium. I mean, him making it around the 12, honestly, is so impressive. And I was not, a lot of people were on this. Like, Gabe can do it. And I was like, I was putting fire on any of those, or water on any of those conversations. But, man, I'll be darned if he hasn't just gotten tough and done it.
I had said that Gabe was going to take 3rd at Big Tens and 7th at NCAAs. What I meant was that he was going to take 9th at Big Tens and then 7th at NCAAs. That's what I meant.
That's what you meant to say.
I meant to say that.
You did mean to say that.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
He said that off camera. He just misspoke.
But then the final round of 12 match, Brown getting a round of 12. Andrew Reel versus Camden McDaniel. Brown last year only had 1 qualifier. This year they have 3. And now they got a guy in the round of 12. You like to see that.
Love to see that. All right, we're going to be back with heavyweight right after this. Quick word, and we'll bring it home with the big boys.
They call him the greatest wrestler in Arizona history.
Back to FRL Inside Ties, brought to you by Nike Wrestling. I want to thank our partners at Nike Wrestling. They've been in the game for over 50 years. You can see the evolution of their shoes. The first Nike signature athlete, did you guys know this, was a wrestler, Wayne Wells.
Really?
The very first one. It wasn't Michael Jordan, wasn't Steve Prefontaine. Wayne Wells.
Okay.
Wayne Wells.
Party time, excellent. So want to thank Nike Wrestling as we get ready for the big boys, JD. Let's get it started here with 285.
I'll tell you what. The Younger Bastida Ben Keeter match was closer than I anticipated. Younger was looking really good. Ben was able to slow him down.
You know, that's got me thinking about fast twitch. Younger, is he going to do it?
It's a match.
I was never dismissive. As I filled out my bracket, I was like, I'm a little too fast typing Bastida here. It's AJ Ferrari. AJ's looking good, calm, centered. You know, he's got the Rufio hair from Hook. I don't know why. I feel like he might do it tonight.
And this is a moment I feel like could get to Younger. This is nothing for AJ. This is another day in the office.
I don't know, man. It could go either way, honestly. I don't know if the emotions of it could help or hurt. I mean, he kind of he lost it a little bit. Just that poise that you're used to seeing with AJ, he kind of lost it against Tay, in my opinion, in the Big Ten Finals. So you wonder if that shows a little bit of vulnerability there.
I think between the Big Ten Final and between last year's semifinals, I think those are learning experiences.
Yes.
All coming together for right now.
Yeah. Man, it'll be something. It feels like if Younger doesn't score early, the longer the match goes and they're just trading escapes because they're not going to ride each other. I don't think AJ can do his ride to Younger.
Younger's big. Yeah.
But freaking he did it to Tegadali. So I think this is one where Younger, if you're Younger, you don't want that to be a path to victory for AJ Ferrari, that ride.
You got to go out and get it.
You need to get that first period takedown. Younger Bastida is the best neutral wrestler at this weight class. He's a world-class neutral point scorer, takedown machine. He's got to show it in the first period. If not, I think that plays right into the match that AJ Ferrari wants to wrestle.
Yep. And then bottom side, Tegadali, looking great. Major decision. He's bonused his way through this tournament. Tech, major. But Isaac Trumbull, that's a level up than what Tay's faced this
Definitely
this
the
tournament.
toughest guy that Tay would have faced this tournament. Trumbull, I think he's a really smart national champion pick if you were looking to go outside of Younger. I think, I won't say this for many weight classes, both of these semis feel like NCAA final caliber matches. Like if they was seeded a little differently and you told me it was Gadali Trumbull final, I'd be like, I believe that.
Yep.
If you told me it was AJ versus, if AJ somehow got the 3, I totally believe that it would be a Younger AJ final. So I think we're just in for an incredible treat with those two semifinals.
I think outside of 133, this is the set of semis I'm looking forward to the most. You know, obviously, McAnally versus Ferrari, maybe the next one after Jax inside out, but set both, it's heavyweight.
Yeah. Well,
absolutely.
I think 57, it's like, okay, PJ has separated himself from what we've seen lately, what he did to Antrell Taylor. And so it's like, okay, well, you kind of figure PJ's going to make the finals. But heavyweight was like, okay, Younger and Isaac all season. All season. And then the end, AJ.
Tay did Undertaker meme.
Yes. And AJ's been wrestling as good as ever, too. So it's kind of like everything's coming together for these semis. So it's a really, really fun group of semis. You guys want to take a look at the backside real quick?
I really do. There's been some craziness. I know Cole Mirasola didn't end up placing, loses to Christian Carroll. That was what we saw in the dual meet. Carroll handled that match.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like, I don't know, because Carroll did not look right yesterday, in my opinion, or the best version of Carroll anyway. And he has battled back, and he looked really good in that match.
Yeah, because you guys are talking about him. Carroll, he beat Brendan Morgan from UVA, then Jimmy Mullen. He beat him 17-8, then beat Cole Mirasola. And so now Hunter Kaka to All-American for Christian Carroll. That is a very winnable match. Hunter Kaka has wrestled well this tournament, but going into NCAAs, you say Carroll's the favorite.
I'll tell you what, though, it's also an opportunity to get very sad. Like when you battle back and then you have a match where it feels like you should win that you drop. That's tough.
This is a great matchup for Christian, in my opinion. And I know you guys didn't watch this video, but maybe some of you guys did. I did a full heavyweight preview video, and I said, excuse me, I said, Carroll's best path to placing is to lose in round 1.
And that's what he did. Maybe he
him and Garrett Grice
And
both.
I said, don't do this, Christian.
Yeah.
Just try to win every match. I know.
I'll tell you what, that's what Jacob Van D did.
Yeah. He honestly.
He was playing chess.
Yeah, Christian Carroll may be playing chess here. Now, he didn't probably expect Hunter Kaka to be, but it was always a better path back, and now look at it.
Right. And then before we get to the next one, I want to say we're going to get to your Super Chats in just a second. So if you have any more Super Chats,
get your Super Chats in. We're going to read them.
Get them in now. Connor Doucette, he's got Dayton Pitzer. Pitzer was beating Feldman kind of big, and then Feldman injury defaulted out.
Man.
So I believe Feldman got hurt at Big Tens, and kind of see it here. But Pitzer, Doucette, you like this, I think, if you're a Cowboy fan, for Connor Doucette.
That's a solid matchup for Connor. I think, on the mat where Pitzer's good, Connor's solid. I feel like he's going to be able to get away from Dayton, but Dayton's a different kind of wrestler than Doucette's face this year.
Yeah. And then the ones up top, Juan Mora, David Zuba. Mora was like the 20 whatever, and Zuba the 10 seed.
Arizona State has consistently been saying to me, I'm telling you, Zuba's good. And he's had some moments where you're like, are you sure?
Yeah.
And then
beginning of the year.
Beginning of the year. And
tough.
now it's like, okay, round of 12, Juan Mora, he could get on the podium. I mean, in Arizona State, we've been giving some shout-outs to teams. The Sun Devils, they've been scrapping.
And we should talk team score, too.
We will. We'll get into that. We'll go a level
and then
deeper.
Keeter
Amos.
Braxton Amos, the guy who loses first round, wrestles all the way back. Amos and Carroll, two guys we were like, this would be cool to see.
Two U20 world champions.
Amos been putting up bonus points, too.
Yeah.
On this backside. This is like a heartbreaking round of 12.
It is.
It is.
It is. Yeah, for sure.
Wow.
But it's going to be great. They're going to be great matches.
This is going to be an incredible night of wrestling. Kozak.
Yeah.
They got some Super Chats in?
Yeah, let me pull in.
He's going to pull them in. It's not too late for you to get them in. Send in a Super Chat on YouTube. If you're not watching on YouTube, go over to YouTube.
I'm going to share these. Some of them are just comments. Some of them are questions, but we're going to read them all. All right. The Sith Lord said Hardy is going to BTA Vega.
BTA.
So,
I would say twice it has been the exact opposite.
It's been the opposite. So
it could happen, though.
And then
Hardy's a dog.
$2. Still possible for Oklahoma State to win the team race.
Technically, it is.
Is it?
They will not. It's over. But if Penn State lost all their matches and Oklahoma State won all their matches and
with
got bonus, they probably wouldn't even need bonus because really all they have is like top 6. Yeah, guaranteed. So
Joshua Bunkers, he's just been flexing on the whole chat. He's just been dropping 2-foot-longs here, $10 there. He says, looks like Stipe on Bring Your Kids to Work at Flow. Yikes. And I want to say Spay did screenshot this with a picture of Stipe next to us, just making us look so small.
He is such a big person.
Yes.
Okay, well, also you stick him in between Kozak and me.
Yeah, we're not the biggest
just about
guys.
anybody's going to look big.
Yeah.
And then Joshua Bunkers just dropped another 10 on us. He said, this is exactly the content in between session the sport needs. Happy to provide it for you.
Appreciate it. We're privileged to do it, Josh.
We get to do it in an amazing place like this.
It took a lot of people to put this together.
Yeah.
And least of all, definitely not us.
We
all
just
the
sat
guys
down. Behind the scenes, the producers,
Absolutely.
everybody setting up. We're really thankful. Ollie in the chat, dropping.
Hey.
Yeah. We're getting a live. Hold on.
Hold on.
This is important.
This is important.
New Sion name just dropped. Steve-O Polo.
Steve-O Polo.
Okay. All right.
That's a new
Steve-O
one.
Polo.
And my favorite thing is about Sion is he messes up names that he is very familiar with because he watches darn near every Iowa State and he watches darn near every duel. Yeah.
Steve-O Polo.
Back to Super Chats. Ollie in the chat. He says, would you say that Space's fantasy performance this year is one of the most pitiful performances in fantasy history?
Since probably a previous Andrew Spay performance. It's probably, that's definitely true, Ollie.
OSU Wrestling Brad, it looked like the injury that All Red suffered against Rocco looked pretty bad. A lot of people think he broke his ankle.
Oh, no.
And made medical forfeit. Not good. Not good.
Rough.
This is Joshua Bunkers dropping another 10-piece on us again. He said this is not for live broadcast,
That's not going to stop us.
That's not going to stop me from reading it. He says, shout out to Tyler Meisinger, clinging to a slight lead over Andy Hamilton and Caleb Piles in the FloWrestling Fantasy League.
Is this Tyler's burner?
This is at bracket leaders. All right. Joshua Bunkers might be Tyler Meisinger.
It could be. Yeah, that's absolutely a possibility.
And
we got more?
We just got one more. Logan just dropping $10 on us. I don't know, no questions or anything like that. I'll check the regular chat.
Shout out him.
But, yeah, thanks, Logan. We appreciate you, man.
If you're a fan of Andrew Spey, as many of you are, you can watch him live at the watch party, getting going again at 8 o'clock Eastern. You can have the TV on, watching the files. You can have the boys on your iPad or on your computer. There's a lot of ways you can do it. I don't have to explain to you guys how to do a second screen experience, but make sure you're tuning in and listen to.
You can be in the chat for that too.
Be in the chat. Mix it up. You can troll, Spey, be nice, but be funny.
Yeah.
You have to be funny.
Otherwise, you get booted.
Otherwise, we'll kick you out.
Logan did ask a question. He said, what's more likely, Penn State getting 6 champs or Iowa having a finalist?
Iowa having a finalist.
Iowa finalist for sure.
Absolutely.
Iowa can have.
I think they're going to have 2.
2, very likely.
Yeah, they're probably, I don't know, favored. Maybe favored to have 2.
Yeah.
Not favored.
All right, you want to look at the team score real quick?
Yeah, we're going to look at the team score.
All right. I'm going to pull that in. I know they had it on the screen earlier.
I love top 10.
Top 10, we got Penn State, 105.
So they got 8 on the championship side, but 2 guys out. But so they have 8 in the semis.
Yes.
Which
boom or bust.
That should be
with the mini lines.
more boom than bust. 8 in the semis. A record for them? I mean, have they ever done that?
I don't know. I know their record in the semis is nuts, too.
Also, and here's the thing.
Yes.
They are outside of Marcus, which that one is potentially a 50-50 match, right? Are they favored in every other one? Luke is favored. Shane is favored. Duke is favored. Mitchell is favored. Levi's favored.
Rocco
is favored.
Bar
is favored.
They could put 8 in the finals, guys.
Wow.
I mean, we've been saying this for months now, but it's now we're here.
It's happening.
It's happening. It's unfolding before our eyes. And the Penn State semifinal stat, they've won like 90% of those. It's an otherworldly success rate. It's not a fluke. It's just science.
It's
at this
data.
point. It's data.
Yeah. Nebraska in second with 66 points.
That's very in the balance. Tonight's going to go a long way in that team race.
Yeah, Oklahoma State in third, 64.5. Iowa, fourth, 50.5. Ohio State, 44. Michigan, 41. Iowa State, 30.5. Stanford, 29. Virginia Tech, 28. Wyoming.
Let's go.
24.5. NC State, 23. Lehigh, 22. Minnesota, 21. So that's down to the top 13.
Okay.
Columbia, 14.
Wow.
We said it. They've been wrestling really well.
Amazing performance. Okay, I think that's probably going to do it. A reminder.
Oh, we had a couple more questions.
We'll show. We're going to show this real quick. You can win a signed pair of Nike Rush. Not just signed by. It's not signed by JD and me or Kozak. They're signed by John Smith, the GOAT, and David Taylor. You can win these shoes. You got to donate $10 or more to the Greater Cleveland Food Bank. Scan that QR code. Give $10 or more, $10 minimum, and you can win a pair of shoes signed by John Smith and David Taylor. Stipe Miocic, he almost stole these.
He tried to.
And I'll be honest with you.
I took him out.
I'm not
I
gonna
don't care
stop
how
him.
big he is.
I was
I'll
not
take
going to
him
stand in his way. I'd have put him in a box for him if he asked. I'm just not even going to get into that. But we have some more super chats.
Just a couple quick ones.
Then we're going to go.
DJ Warhacks wants to know, who's the mayor of Cleveland?
Right now, I don't know.
Who's the mayor?
I don't know if we have a mayor candidate. You know, we have a couple guys that put their name in the hat, but they haven't formally announced. We're probably
Caesar Alvin's up there.
Caesar Alvin's up there.
Yeah.
He beats Mitchell
He's the mayor.
He could be the president of Cleveland.
Yep. And then another question, chances of Spratley upsetting tonight?
I think that's a match, guys.
Yes.
I mean, listen, Luke is wrestling everyone close. This is why I said, in my mind, Shane Van Ness was a bigger favorite to me than Luke Lillidahl, because every match is kind of like this with Luke. Luke's the favorite here, but Troy Spratley can absolutely win. If he gets a takedown, it's going to be a long way back. And if I'm Troy, you got to get that quick takedown.
He was 0-for against V-Rob. Just beat him.
Oh yeah, his Troy Spratley's not entering this
correct
with any reverence towards Luke Lillidahl. Luke Lillidahl, the better guy doesn't always win, guys. Troy Spratley can win this match. It's absolutely up for grabs.
Okay.
Anything else, John?
Someone wants us to explain what the mayor is. What
The
does that
mayor is,
mean?
okay, so in 2016, David Terrell from American was insane. He was hitting all this stuff, and then he ended up getting a standing ovation at the end of it. And so then on FRL, we started calling him like the mayor of New York after that, because he just became the fan favorite. No one knew who he was at the start of the tournament. Then they show up, and it's like, oh my gosh, this guy's electric, legendary. Kyle Cannell in 2018, Tariq Wilson 1 year. These guys were just insane, just the fan favorites in venue. So you kind of look for that guy. Who's it going to be this year? And no one's really emerged yet. No, but this is the magical night. Yeah. So we're going to find out tonight for sure.
I think that's it.
All right, with that, we want to thank you guys so much for tuning into this special edition FRL Inside Ties. We want to thank Nike Wrestling, amazing partners, a group of people doing so much for the sport. Make sure you go to athleteps.com, get some Nike gear. They got some great stuff here. And for our entire production team, Lou, Phil, and the whole gang, Nike Wrestling. For Kozak, JD, I'm Christian Piles, and we will see you next time.